It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Respect my authority!
Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing today? Hope you all are well. It is yet again quite cold here, quite chilly if I may say so. But you know, we need to get the grinding on, and perhaps by end of it we can open maybe another accolades crystal. Who knows? Look at that, we got actually now we can open one already, but okay, we're gonna open it at the end of the stream. I actually did get quite lucky. Sorry, not accolades crystal, the greater bunker crystal. The reason I say accolades crystal is because this morning, I did get quite lucky with the free greater bunker crystal you get from gifting accolades. But first, what's up? Noted, John, Raimundo, Toxent, Mr. P, Hussein, Darken, Narash, Thailand, Juiciest Roster. Aye. When Battlegrounds rewards come? I have no idea, man. Likely before Friday. I'll say tomorrow, maybe today. Number can message you and ask. No, I cannot be. I will not give you my number. Okay, so here we go. This is what I got from the free bunker crystal we got from gifting accolades. So, good morning, Emma. How are you doing? Chala, who's a good science champion that's good with suicides? Good science champion that's good with suicides. Scorpion, it's quite good with suicides, especially in Alliance War and Battleground settings. So yeah, Scorpion is quite good. Joe Fixit is good with Liquid Courage Double Edge. Joe Fixit definitely is up there. Titania can work with them well enough. Overseer is okay with them. I-Bomb, quite good. Those are the main ones. But yeah, I got a tier 3 alpha this morning. It's quite neat. I got a tier 3 alpha. And I swear my ally to bully me and drunking off my suckers. They're just not getting over the fact that he's faster. Well, congratulations on your massacre then, fella. But yeah, that means that I can do another new rank 4 today. Can do a new rank 4 with 4 tier 3 alpha from 10 pop with any tier 6. Well, congratulations. I would be absolutely ecstatic getting 4 tier 3 alpha. Too much luck? I don't know if it's too much luck, but I'm quite happy that I did end up getting it. Because yesterday, if you guys remember, I got a full tier 6 basic, so you know, that's quite neat. That is quite neat. Alright, let's get in some grind here. So let's quickly, I need to get to 500k points there. Okay, so let's get the 3 mil here, then let's get the from GBC. So far I pulled 2 tier 3 alpha and 1 tier 6 basic. Need one more. Oof, nice. Well, congratulations then. Congratulations. Only getting scrap, which there are no milestone rewards. Okay, yeah, I mean, with no milestone rewards, a lot of people would completely abandon this event, I think. Milestone rewards are like the best thing about this entire event. The full catalyst is the biggest rank 4 prize that you can get there. Yeah, I mean, the biggest prize is probably, I would say the biggest prize is 6-star Jessica Jones, tier 6 class catalyst fragments. Those two I would, and maybe a generic 6-star awakening gem. I think those 3 are the biggest ones. Gorwal, Guardian, Ultron, Jugs Weekend. Which one's this? Rank up for Battlegrounds? Ah, well, I use most of them. Jugs is a must rank up for Battlegrounds, I think. Jugs is a definite must rank up for Battlegrounds, I think. Then, you know, rest of it can kind of be debated in order, but I use almost all of it. I don't use Ultron in Battlegrounds, or very rarely, but I use all of the other ones. Rank 4 should be Human Torch or Quicksilver, both Awaken. Well, up for you to decide. Quicksilver has that prestige, though. Well, if you don't consider generic to be priced for you, then yeah. Here's 6 class Catalyst Fragments. 6-star Jessica Jones, I would say, is the best stuff in there. Thanks, no worries. Everyone should have at least rank 3 jugs. Yeah. Everyone should have that rank 3 jugs. I agree. Because Juggy boy is freaking awesome. What I can do when Juggy comes for you? How good of a champ is Jess? It's hard to tell yet. She looks okay. She looks quite decent. There are some things that I really like. Holy cow, is coming in with
$2. Good morning, handsome.
Well, good morning to you too. You milky holiness. That, and Eric's coming in with $2 as well. But Eric doesn't use Streamlabs, therefore holy cow is clearly the holier dono. But let's get both of your names up there.
Eric Nelson, $2. Line, please.
On it, on it. Morning report. Where is Holy Mumu? Let's get the Holy Mumu up there. Hopefully we can get all the donos. Hopefully we get all the donos. Holy milkiness? Well, milky holiness or holy milkiness? It's a good question. We can ask the... We can ask the people. Is it? There you go. Is it milky holiness or holy milkiness? Let's see who's right. Let us see who is right. It was very fast, so many generics. Oof. You took up a Sauron. That's quite a naughty and nasty rank up. Interesting. Hey, good on you, man. Definitely good on you. Congrats on your rank for number 20. You have been getting quite a lot of them recently, haven't you? When our Battlegrounds show what's coming? That's when. Watching your BG defender list and leaning to rank for Sasquatch or Doom and Nimrod. Well, Nimrod is actually very important. I can definitely understand. Like, here's the thing. I think you're gonna be well of either of those rank ups. I think Doom is a good defender as well, and I think given specific metas, Nimrod is also a very good, tough defender at times. And Nimrod is a very vital Battleground champion in general. I think I'd personally do Nimrod first, but Sasquatch is also a solid pick for sure. But if you just come back, where will you get your units? Oh, that's easy. I don't need any units. Hyperion rank 3 and dupe worth... no, I would not rank 3 Hyperion and dupe, no. I would not do that. Would be bad for defense, yeah. Good evening, Katie, although I guess it's morning for you. Yes, it is morning for me. It's 8:56 a.m, so my day has yet to start properly. Myself watching the stream. Okay, we're at the Battlegrounds. Haha. You don't know. Jack's dupe is giving him ability to nullify. I mean, it is nice to have, don't get me wrong. But his sig ability scale is awful. So even if you do get him duped, the cool thing is that you don't need to give him any sigs. But, you know, I personally really would like my Jugs to be unduped. But I would rank 3 unduped Jugs easy without thinking too much. What's up, Zamki? 665 or 200 for what? Debating 30. Wrong. Weapon X, what's the generic and the rank 4? Jesus, you have so many rank 4s, man. But, I mean, if I was to rank 4 Weapon X, I would give him a generic, but I don't think I would get him to Sig 200. Kingpin's sweet spot is 65, yes. 165 or 200. 65 is like where I got my Kingpin to. At the moment, my Kingpin is like Sig 85, just because I duped him afterwards, but yeah, 65 is where you want it to be. Gallon is also with a sweet spot of 60. Just FYI, if anybody asks in the near future. Good morning, Iron Man. Well, good morning. Good morning to you too. Rank for Valkyrie is cool. Rank for Nimrod, who's next, Ranger or Gallon? I think Gallon needs it more. Looking for a decent reverse controls counter. Jax is awesome. Oh yeah, Jax is great against reverse controls because he ignores it. Anyways, guys, then to pass this level up to take Jax because I haven't tried him out because he's always been terrible. Next rank up, Jax is going up. Oh yeah, Jax is one of my favorite champions, period, full stop, in the game right now. Like, I use him in my questing teams, you know, to clear like heavy queues and stuff like that. But obviously, I have brought him in Alliance War, for example, and obviously he's a Battlegrounds monster MVP champion. So, Jax is just so goddamn good right now. He's just so goddamn good. There's so much goddamn goodiness in Juggernaut right now. Ever played 7DS Grand Cross? Nope. I have not. Good morning, Pix. Well, good morning, Luke. We both have the same amount of rank ups. Mine's have been unique. We both have the same. We don't really have the same amount. If you're doing 33rd, then you have more. I'm only about to do my 31st. Top 10 Mystery Science hasn't sold yet. Of course. Took Scout Witch to rank 4. Can't wait for week 4 match to finish fights. Oh yeah. I think it's time I do something with my Scout Witch too. When do Battlegrounds return? 4th of January. Skip over my question. Could be here today. I try not to skip, but you know, sometimes accidents happen. I'll Sig 200 him someday, but it's Sig 1, okay? Yeah. I mean, Sig 1 is already quite important, and then you do want Sig 200 him eventually. Because at Sig 1 you already get quite a lot of benefit from him being able to gain the double charges against mutants and stuff like that. And you get slight increase in the potency of Energize and stuff like that. But his Sig ability is very much so worth leveling up. Scorpion is in basic, yes. Gallon is in basic as well. Quicksilver joins the basic in 5 days. 31 and 2 rank 4s already from this event. Well, congratulations. Wish I could do that. Does Gallon work in Power Shield? I don't know. Somebody should test it. Yeah, MCOC does feel very boring with RPGs. What's up, Rickstar? What's up, PC? Showing up Jessica Jones, rank 4, 200. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely interested in some gameplay footage. Drop me a message on Evizone, send over some clips, and I'll try my best to feature it quite shortly. Fake news, Battlegrounds has been cancelled until further notice. That's bullshit, and you know it. Everybody knows it's bullshit. If Kabam cancels Battlegrounds, we cancel Kabam. Oh yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, dot effects and direct damage and stuff like that still work on Power Shield. So like Archangel, for instance, still gonna be very good for Power Shield. Do you think 22,000 points for GG solo event will get me? I don't know. Steve, sorry, I don't know. No, yeah, I know. Does Jugs need Awakening? Jugs Awakening is Nullify ability. It's not needed for damage. I personally absolutely love to have Juggernaut able to nullify and get to his level 2s quicker and stuff like that. But, you know, it can be sometimes annoying because it's somewhat unpredictable and stuff like that. But, yeah, sure. Delirium BG meta when? That would be an interesting one. That would be an interesting one. Something about BGs makes it fun and painful. But isn't the meaning of life found through suffering? And, no, but that's what makes Battlegrounds so enjoyable, isn't it? Because you care. Because it sucks to lose. And was that like confirmed? Does Miles really cheese 625 more though? I don't know. Could do. There's a very good chance that he does, yeah. 880k points so far. Hoping 1 million now. Well, you better get to it then, you wealthy blubbery whale. No. There you go. Katie equals masochist. Maybe slightly. Is that my prestige calculator down? I don't know. Can check. Prestige. No, seems to work. Yeah, you know. Seems to be fine. This is my like old prestige. I can't update it, but
Shut up and
seems to
take
work.
my money.
So,
Eric Nelson $2. Is the Aunt My Prestige calculator down?
so I'm gonna go ahead and say no. You know what? Starting today, we're going to be starting a secret fund. There is likely going to be quite a big change coming for the channel and me in my life in near future, which is going to unfortunately be also extremely costly. I hope to fill you guys in a couple of weeks. But today we will start a little bit of a wee secret fund, which later on will get renamed on its proper name. But meanwhile, we just need to carry on smacking. And it is unfortunately not a Christmassy fund. And so a side question about, let's see, darts we see. I have no idea what you're talking about there, Luke. I'm moving again. I am not going to reply. I'm not gonna tell you what the secret fund is for. I literally emailed you about BG rewards. Yes, it is true that somebody literally sent me an email asking when BG rewards are gonna come. It is gonna be very soon. I'm not going to comment on it. I'm gonna allow you guys to speculate. I'm gonna allow you guys to speculate all day long. But trust me when I tell you this. I could appreciate as much help as I can potentially get to that. 2k USD in that single 6-star trophy, champs. Shake my head. Ooh. Even I did better. I finally got my 6-star Kong, by the way. Tuxedo fun? No, it's not. And I'm not watching that championship, no. I don't have particular interest. BG rewards just dropped. Can somebody check and let me know if BG rewards just dropped? Because if they didn't, we need timeout, Steve. Yeah, I know. I heard something about them bringing Scrap Store in, and they are 1000% only bringing that Scrap Store in because they put the scrap in the stupid banquet crystals, and because whales don't have 2 days to collect the rewards. They didn't time him. Yeah, there you go. So, Steve, we're gonna put you in a timeout. Like a naughty child, because that's how you are behaving. And you better be grateful that this interaction is happening online and that my parents are not involved, because if my parents were involved, it wouldn't have been a timeout, it would have been a paddling. It would have been a spanking of epic proportions. So given the inherent protections of internet and modern child abuse laws, obviously, you can escape a little bit of spanking. You can get a digital spanking though.
One word and I hit you again.
I'm telling Mother.
Go. Tell her.
And additionally, if you are able to comprehend an adult language, then here is a question for you.
How would you like to suck my balls?
Oh, make Sentinel or Warlock would awaken, mostly for BGs. Both. I don't know. I think Warlock. My last 3 pulls were Go, Null, and Kamal movie. Which one should I awaken? Which one? Check out which one do you like more, because Null needs Sig 200. Capmal movie is kind of a bit outdated, so I wouldn't go there. It would be in between Gore and Null, and it will also depend how many Sigs you can afford to give those champions. Don't get them out of damn skits. Brought up a few times. I brought what up? No, James. It's it. Okay, I'm not gonna comment on that, but believe you me, I'll need all the help I can get for quite a while. Oh, come on, how did I get buried? And he still has the stupid... There you go. I don't know how to use him. Make a video on victory track. Yeah, I know, everybody wants me to make that video. Everybody wants me to make that video. So, I kind of don't want to make it just to make people feel more anxious, because we have time. That's the thing that people don't realize. We have time till the next season starts, and it's good to be afraid a bit from a Battlegrounds meta. I missed an interesting interaction. Maybe you did, friend. Videos will have as soon as Kabam releases them. Hashtag Muppets. Exactly, Kato. I have been lied to. That is Steve. What you have been lied to about? Okay, my baby Gore. I love the baby Gore so much. I love baby Gore so much. Always ask where RBG was, but no one asks how RBG was. That's true, dumb. Yes. It's okay, though. Swing to my boring go when I say him. I'm in love. Yeah, he's very fun to play. I'll give him that 1000%. Big Miles 200 naturally. I think mine is also 200 naturally. And yeah, I think he does deserve rank 3. But what's his main claim to fame? Is that he absolutely cheeses unblockable opponents. That is his main claim to fame. If opponent's unblockable, he's untouchable. Oh my god, rank 4 because of gameplay video you put out on him, Kitty, thanks. Well, as long as you're happy. When people say these things, you know, I took that champion at rank 4 because of you making a video, and I'm like, ooh, easy there, champ. Like, you know, I hope you're happy. Oh, by the way, this is my favorite thing in the world. Check this out, boys. Check this out, boys. Right? Check this out. Boy. Did you see that? It's one of my favorite things in the world. I mean, one of my favorite interactions. It's like 18 incinerates. Thank you very much. See? I told you every time you watch my stream you can learn something new. I told you. Minor shorts recently? He isn't recommending live stream. I don't know why no shots recently. Might as well, could maybe make some. Yeah, you can do that same cheese with long shot. Yeah, long shot does that too. Against Kitty and against the other champs. Okay, you guys don't see that. Okay, fine. You can, for instance, take one such as, where's the boy? You can take one like Corvus. And then you can grab a weaken or a long shot. And again, put on a neutralize. And enjoy. Ooh. Oh, okay. That's 20 incinerates. No. So, if you put on a neutralize on Corvus, okay, so we're gonna do it proper. We're gonna give him 40 incinerates. Right? So again, just do this. Knock him down. Wait for that to come back. And there you go, 20 incinerates. Pause this thing. Knock him down. And here we go, 40 incinerates. It's quite neat, isn't it? There's also something similar with where's that stupid sword lady? Whew. And then you just need to make sure she's losing plenty of... doesn't that work with Hela though? Oh no, it seems it doesn't. Oh well. Good enough. Ah, stupid Hela. But yeah, it does work with Corvus, it does work with Tigra. There are a handful of other champions works out. Holy milkiness, I did not know that. Where is the timeout? I got no more time. Oh, you have no more timeout. Okay. So William. Pay 200. Oh, sorry to hear that, Emma. I hope. It sucks. Not knowing is always the most annoying thing. I think one of the more annoying things. But yeah, how long this should last? What do you mean this should, what, how long what lasts? Scope, it's nothing serious. Yeah, hope so too. So William, hiding. Do you think Kingpin is worth a generic 6-star gem? Yes, I do think Kingpin is worth a generic 6-star gem. Speaking of cats, how are yours? Mine are fine. Scratched me, little mother flicker yesterday. You can't probably see it because of the light, but there's quite a big scratch on my finger. It's kind of my fault again. I can't really blame the little guys when they scratch me because I keep fucking with them, as in like I keep messing them up. And I was teasing them with a piece of sausage, and one of the little fuckers took things in their own paws, and well, let me tell you that he got the sausage. Weekend worth rank 3? Yeah, I think it is. Some bad boy. So rank 4, APOC and Nimrod. Oh, that sound okay, never mind. But yeah, got me. Finger timeouts and know something about it? Very well then, Silver. Who? Rank for APOC or Nimrod, both low sig. I'd go with Nimrod first. Animal views? No, I'm not abusing them. But yeah, he whooped my ass. Yeah. I mean, like, it was a slice of ham. What I do like to do sometimes is buy that, you know those cheap blocks of ham that you can get in UK? It's like the lowest quality ham, but they slice them up quite thin as well, and, you know, they're meant to be kind of like the cheap sausage, cheap sandwich type, you know, thingy. But I like, you know, messing around with them sometimes. So sometimes I buy them and then I kind of like tease them and give them that sliced ham. But a long shot or hood for BG attack. Long shot or hood, Unux Hawklings and services faster. I think hood is slightly more versatile and has somewhat more offensive matchups that he can do, but long shot is definitely better defensively as well. So I personally prefer long shot for Battlegrounds overall. APOC rank 3? Yes. My APOC is rank 3 and he is not rank 4 with the simple reason because he sucks for Battlegrounds. We don't need one for Alliance War, and he isn't a prestige champion. Those are exactly 3 reasons why you should rank 4 a champion, in my opinion. Because you don't need a rank 4 for anything in the game where other players are not involved. Because rank 4s, rank 3s, you know, it doesn't matter. You can do everything in the game with rank 3 or rank 2 or whatever else. But when other players are involved, then rank 4s matter. And APOC just, you know, in my case, you know, offers me nothing that I need in the game right now. Do you think there is a possible meta where Thanos will be good for Battlegrounds? No. There is no possible meta where Thanos is going to be good for Battlegrounds. 6-star hood is good and awakened, yes. Yeah, Poker. There you go. My weekend is rank 4 and I didn't regret it a single time. There are only 3 neutral items in the game. Yeah, I have a rank 4 weekend too. What is minimum sig for AA? 20 is good enough. It doesn't need sig. Anybody who tells AA needs some sig is idiot or lying to you. Sig 20 AA is fine. Juggy isn't in your top 20. Like as useful as Magneto. Well, the reason for it is because he's new. Top 20 or primarily previously top 15 is always also composed of 3 to 4 best champions from each class, typically. You know, some classes, you know, get 2, some classes get 4 or 5, stuff like that, but ultimately if Juggy can't make it in top 3 of his own class, then he's not going to be in top 20 either, in vast majority of the cases. And the fact that everything that's happening with Juggernaut is, you know, brand new, it's very easy to get hyped for a champion, but those lists are meant to be as kind of like hype speculation free as possible, especially on the top end. You know, I can speculate on Spot, give him, you know, some middle of the pack position in science class or something like that, but especially at the top and the total overall list, I want that with as little speculation as possible, and I want it to be all based on the track records and things like that. 2 Korg to rank 4 for level up? Yeah, I'll do the same probably. How's Gore and Titanium Awakened? Still decent. Both of them are still decent. Still rankable. You do want to get both of them awakened though. I would take Weekend to rank 4 personally, because of the neutralize. Old skill gem and already counting Fury dupe. Who else needs it? Kingpin. Pure defense is Gore's how important? For defense, Gore's dupe is not important. It's important for offense. Nimrod worth rank 4. I would feel a bit filthy ranking for Nimrod Unawakened. The best way to describe Nimrod is the best mutant killer in the game unawakened. Awakened, he's just awesome across the board, and he can do ton of other matchups very fast. And there is a massive difference between Sig 200 Nimrod and unawakened Nimrod. Falcon needs it, yeah, true. What's your score at gifting? Just have around 1 million. Don't worry, I'm not gonna have that high. I'm not planning on spending much money at all. So you're good there. Some Wilson need awakening? Yes, 1000%. Need to be 14 days in Alliance. Contribute. I was 13 days in Alliance when I joined. Any chance Command make an exception? Nope. Command will not make an exception there. What's the saying that typically goes? Not knowing does not relieve you of, you know, the responsibility or laws. And yeah, it sucks. We all make mistakes, we all make unfortunate bad decisions, but the rules for that 14-day thing were announced well in advance. There was 1000% a warning on your event. And, you know, I like to give crap for a lot of things, but something like this, you know, this is 1000% on you. So I doubt there's anything that can be done. You made a mistake. Pick yourself off, dust yourself off, move on. And it was nobody else's responsibility or fault in this situation but your own. And that's okay. We all do things wrong from time to time. I'm not trying to speak down on you. I'm just discussing it as a matter of fact. There is absolutely zero reason why anybody should make an exception in a situation like that. It's kind of like if you don't read a node and you bring in a champion with no immunity and the node places bleed on you and you die immediately, you can't ask for a redo. It's like, oh, I didn't read it, you know? Even if it's the final boss and you have spent, I don't know, 1000 units clearing the quest, stuff like that, you don't get a redo. If you make a mistake, if you don't see something, if you miss out, you miss out. Who should I making a whole speech? Oh yeah, I love making speeches. I'm quite good at doing speeches, by the way. Rank up first Symbiote Supreme or Hood? I would go with Hood over Symbiote Supreme personally. KD Gallon or CGR for a Cosmic Gem? That's a rough one actually. I'm not super sure on that. What do you guys think? AA does not have crucial sig levels. Just get him sig 20 and that's fine. Don't bother sigging him up. What's the best way to put it? I had a sig 200 5-star AA and a sig 20 rank 3 AA for a really long time. And when I was using my sig 20 rank 3 Archangel, not once I wished his sig level to be higher, or not once I noticed that my 5-star could do a fight that my 6-star rank 3 couldn't, or something like that. It's not important to sig up Archangel. Get that stupid foul bullshit out of your heads. People have been lying to you. You don't need him at sig 112 or something like that. If he works, he works. If he doesn't work for a fight, he doesn't work. You don't need to give him 6 stones. Yes, Scrap Store is coming to us in January. Very well. Very good. Valkyrie need a dupe? I mean, ideally, yeah, but even unduped Valkyrie is quite good. Does iBomb need a gem? He's workable, unduped, but, you know, duped, he's better. Yeah. Recently got Tiger, but I'm hesitant to level her up because of high skill cap. How much time investment? It depends how quickly it comes. It's different to all of you, but trust me when I tell you this, you should do it, and it's 1000% worth learning how to use Tigra because she's amazing. It's quite simple as that. So yeah, I would easily unawaken Tiger to rank 4. Absolutely not. Get her awakened and sigged up. COVID is rising again. Well, luckily this time around it's not the same thing anymore, is it? Well, I pulled and duped all 6-star feature champs. Well, good for you, Kado. I wish that was me. Yeah, I know it's on me. It just sucks now. I know you're in Street Alliance. Milestones. Well, need to get grinding, Safar. Need to get grinding. Who would you take for BGs if you can only choose Valkyrie? For BGs, I think Massacre is better. Good question. Pulled one dupe, 6-star Herc with all shots, never owned one. Briefly, how do you play him? I have a guide, quick Hercules guide video. If somebody, one of my mods can link you to that, that'd be awesome. I have basically like a brief how to use Hercules video. Okay, okay, answered that one. Ready for Prime Minister? Of course. I go for CGR. Well, that's yeah, I suppose CGR. Maybe Galen is very good reason as well, because Galen can do many fights quicker. It's good for instant MBGs, and then well, I mean, there are upsides for both arguments. Make it a poll. CGR version. True about 6 in Archangel, because mine's 118. Sometimes you don't get any bleeds to 3 heavies. Yep. I mean, it just doesn't matter. If he works, he works. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Which champs have sweet spots like Kingpin? Many champions have sweet spots. But, you know, it's kind of like a different situation there. Like, Galen has a sweet spot, exactly like Kingpin, for instance. And dupe. Valkyrie's dupe gives her additional abilities. It's more than nice to have. It enables her to do fights that she otherwise couldn't. But even on dupe, she's worth ranking up, in my opinion. Whether for a base Strife or Aegon, depends on the path, I would say. Nimrod worth generic gem? Yes, in my opinion. But yeah, I think Strife with Apo can be better in most cases. Is it worth spending on GBCs? Depends where you're at in the game and how wealthy you are ultimately. How to use her intercept heavy win game? Pretty much. Killmonger worth ranking up for BG's Unawakened? No, because Unawakened he doesn't deal any damage back. I wouldn't. Pull the Tiger for that. I'm sure you will pull that Tiger, don't worry. Take gem for Guardian or OS. If you can sig 200, then I would go with Guardian. I think it definitely needs it much more. If you don't have the ability to sig 200 in the near future, then I'd go for Omega Sentinel and get her to about 660 or so. Rank for Unawakened? Yes, absolutely. It was boring for MCOC. Yeah, December is not the... January, though, seems that we'll have a ton going on, because we're going to have that whole... Oh, crap. We're going to have that whole Eternity of Pain acceptance thing, I think, coming. I think Gauntlet's coming back in potentially January. We'll see when we're getting the new event quest difficulties. Obviously, Battlegrounds and Alliance War seasons are starting, and, you know, January definitely feels there's going to be quite a lot happening. We'll see. I think Galen will be good for story content. Yeah, Galen is not great for story content unless he has some sort of extra node that helps him ramp up, or extra matchup that helps him ramp up. Oh, come on, what happened there? Stupid Jubilee, how dare you. I just gotta loot your hype for generic awakening. I'd go with hype personally. My time, because we can conquer and... Ah, sorry to hear that, Hacksaw. You're not the same without BGs? Yeah, I know. The game is not the same without BGs. Obvious next crystals, which do you personally feel is the juiciest? I think at the moment Cosmic has the most juicy champions. I think Cosmic is the best class, you know, and there's a ton of amazing champions. I'd say Cosmic or Science, for me personally. Imagine if we didn't have BGs, nobody gives a shit about Galen. They would still, because of Alliance War. Leaning towards Galen personally, CGR 6. Well, there you go then. Then go with Galen. Bringing everything back when my school starts, good. They changed ERP rewards. Yeah, hopefully they do change that. I completely agree with that. That was the most annoying thing about Eternity of Pain. Waiting 3 weeks, nearly a month to get your rewards that you already have earned. And just, you know, you just look at them and that's that. Big God over Hyperion from Nexus. I think I made a mistake. Hope his buff makes him worse. I mean... Yeah, I think Hype is overall the better champion, but yeah, Gore is quite cool too, so, you know, don't sweat over it. Do you see, I heard a bit about the scrap store shenanigans, but I haven't necessarily seen all of it. The name of who can take Gauntlet Terex. Kitty Pride, Kitty Pride cheeses that Terex super easily. Quake can take solo that Terex easily. Wiccan can solo that Terex super easily. There's a few others. Gotcha Hood could do it as well, or potentially Hood can do it. What do you think about 300k solo will get me? I don't know. I really don't know. What you mean good? That's exactly what I mean. Good. As in something positive. What's up, NA? How are you doing? I got the Abyss, Nexus, and chose skill. Finally got Valkyrie. Nice, congratulations. 2 rank 4 catalyst at this point for 7 weeks worth of content doesn't seem worth it. Well, it's not really 7 weeks worth of content, is it? It's first of all 5 weeks. Second of all, it's not like you have to play a week. You have to play for like 20 minutes, so I don't know what to tell you. If it doesn't seem worth it, then, you know, you're absolutely by no obligation to do it. Because you say 7 weeks worth of content, what I say it's, you know, in total couple hours worth of content. In which case, it's arguably one of the best rewarding pieces of content in the game. Especially if you're not an idiot who tries to solo every fight on stream and just use a handful of revives. So I'd still disagree if you don't think, you know, 6-star class Nexus, 2 catalysts of each, some 6 stones and stuff like that is worth it, then I don't know what to tell you. Then nothing in the game is worth it to you, because there's not much better. I mean, obviously I'd prefer the rewards immediately, but you know, I can't wait, but you still get the rewards ultimately. It's kind of like saying, like, do you want to get paid, I don't know, daily after work every day, or you want to get paid, like, you know, monthly at the end of the month after, you know, for the previous months, like I get paid now by YouTube, for instance. Obviously I prefer it otherwise, but it doesn't mean that it pays any less when you say it's not worth it. Like, YouTube pays me at end of the month for previous months, so all the money I make in December, for instance, I'm only gonna get from YouTube at end of January. Is that an ideal arrangement? Absolutely fucking not. It's like, is it better than not getting paid at all? Yes. Does it mean that I'm getting paid less? No. So I don't know what you're on about there. Obviously, you know, you'd rather get it, you know, every single penny immediately as you earn or something like that. And same in the game, you obviously much prefer the rewards immediately, but it doesn't mean that those rewards are worth it any less. So I don't understand where you're trying to go there. And trust me, wherever you are trying to go, you're not gonna, you know, come out on top with this one. Yeah, it is annoying to wait. Yeah, it sucks. But don't tell me the event is not worth it or the rewards are not worth it. Because the event is worth it and the rewards are worth it. And you know it. Can you just make tag post? Yeah, might need to do that. What's up, noob mother? How are you doing? Just dupe titanium? Nice, congratulations. Valkyrie worth genetic? Well, if you plan to seek 200 here, potentially, yeah. Colossus should have max 6. No, I don't think Colossus needs max 6 now. Colossus does have sweet spot as well. Silver Centurion 620 worth rank 3. Do you like the champion? I mean, he's not particularly present anywhere. He's not bad. He's just not amazing for a ton of things. You got 5. Oh, no, congratulations, Mr. Renaz. EOP boss rush with all previous bosses would be a rough challenge. It would be a rough challenge, yes. I want the hardest BS EOP final. Yeah, I want that too. I want that too. What's up, Sujay? I think Jessica Jones good. She seems alright. It doesn't seem like absolutely bonkers, but there are some things that are very, very cool about her. She's maxed out despair. Good. Everybody should have maxed out despair. Halguster Relic is for shock. It's alright. It's with a handful of champions, it is quite decent. Buff Thanos. Yeah, I don't think it's a great idea. I mean, yeah. I mean, Nick, of course, rewards are much better for Paragon, just like, you know, July 4th offers are much better for Paragon and things like that. It's just one of those things in the game. If you don't want to get hindered by that title, push yourself to become Paragon. No, you know. I'm not saying that's necessarily how I would want to build the game, but at the same time, that's the game that we have. And at this point, whenever people say that, you know, oh, Thronebreakers get shafted over, stuff like that, you know, I just get annoyed by people commenting that. It's like, nobody started this game as a Paragon player. Every single person who's Paragon now, you know, played this game and made it there. And I'll let you in on a secret. It has never been easier to become Paragon in the history of the game than it is right now. So when you're talking about, let's say, kind of legacy Paragon players or Paragon players that have been Paragon for a long time, trust me when I tell you this, they worked 10 times harder than you will have to work right now to become Paragon. And then there are still like, oh, you know, I'm getting hindered, stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I mean, those are kind of, you know, core rules. So, I mean, yeah, Thronebreakers get less in offers, Thronebreakers get less from Eternity of Pain. And if you want to get more, become Paragon. And also at the same time, I want to make sure that people understand, I don't think there's anything wrong with being Thronebreaker. I think we all play the game at whatever pace we played. I think nobody's better because they're Paragon than somebody else who's newer to the game. I don't think any of those things. But I do have an issue with the Thronebreaker player complaining that they're not getting enough stuff. It's like, there's an obvious, very easy solution. Become Paragon, right? We all, everybody who's Paragon, you know, had to do it to get the better shit. It's like, why ought, you know, that not be the case for you? Paragon was wallet breaker title initially, or hardcore player grinder title type of thing, because there were day one Paragons that were also free to play. Very, very few, but there were a handful. And then with every single passing month, with the more rank 4 materials being introduced and economy and total rank 4 materials available in the game increasing, it's becoming easier and easier. Like, as I said, today you can become Paragon easier than ever before. And, you know, 3 months later, it's going to be even easier. What's up, Henach? How are you doing? Welcome. Should I pop or spin? Pop them, Mist. Pop them. I mean, I would at this point kind of like a new progression title. Because, again, these progression titles are good because you can kind of target players based on their needs, right? That's kind of like the entire point. You can target players based on their progression. That's why these titles exist. And I do think that, you know, whether somebody has now 40 rank 4s and somebody has 3 rank 4s, they are playing completely different games. And they are interested in completely different things. If you have 40 rank 4s already, you know, you're probably looking to chase your rank 5s, which, you know, people who just become Paragon don't. And you might be interested more in relics and other crap and stuff like that. So I would like for Kabam to introduce a new progression title as early as possible, because, you know, one is needed, because the people that are just now becoming Paragon are absolutely not even close in the same boat as the people who, you know, have been Paragons since very early and are chasing like 30 or 40 or 50. But yeah, it is not going to be anything to do with rank 4s, I think. I think we're going to get a new progression title by end of next year, I would say, some point. It's not going to happen as soon as I would like it to happen, because I think it's going to be based on rank 5 6 stars. So yeah, ones in game now are 10 times what they used to be 2 years ago. Yes, exactly. Progression that will have to do with maxed out 6 stars. Yes, new progression title will have to do with rank 5 6 stars for sure. Hardest title to get at the point of time. What do you mean hardest title to get? Don't quite understand the question. But yeah, anyways, the point is the whole I'm this difficulty level and I don't like my rewards thing always at this point really annoys me. I think that there is like a period of time when there shouldn't be much of a difference. Like for instance, when Kabam releases the next title, you know, for the first 3 to 6 months, I think, you know, you shouldn't be penalized because of it. If you're a Paragon and you don't have the rank material stuff like that. But after a while, you know, I think it makes sense. Goes to my second rank 4, got there much faster and took my first one. Yeah, of course. As the game progresses, it becomes easier and easier to get your rank 4s. Got 5k 6-star shots? Well, good or bad? I don't know, but hey, enjoy 5k 6-star shots. I crashed like 5 times before relation spin. Team pop with everything else. There you go. Pop them all. 1 7-star rank 2. Maybe. No, I think it's gonna be 6-star rank 5. The best champ for Tor 5-star relic. I don't even know. Tor 5-star relic. It works best with like I think Angela and Odin, but I think it works decently well with like Hulkling. So 2 months ago so far. Right now I'm already 6 rank 4. There you go. Very good, Andre. And that is, do you get excited about the OP rewards as you used to during the first 2 runs? I mean, I never particularly got super excited about the first sets of rewards either when I saw them. About first EOP or second EOP. And this EOP is going to be significantly different anyways, but yeah, even with the first or second, I didn't think it's like a massive deal. But I still like the fact that they are in the game. I think it's fair. Could they do better? Yeah, of course, but there are about 58 areas in the game where Kabam should update the rewards before they even think about touching the Turn to Your Pain rewards, let's say. Not to mention the fact that we're not really meant to have any more Turn to Your Pain at the moment in the future, aside from the Turn to Your Pain acceptance, which is basically nothing like the previous Turn to Your Pains anyway, so, you know, there you go. Do you use Cull? I do not use Cull. However, I am thinking of potentially taking my Cull to rank 3 for the upcoming meta, because I think he could potentially be quite interesting. Maybe. I mean, I can kind of rank 3 random champions these days, so I think I will rank 3 Cull just for funsies and to potentially test out in BGs. Because I do think he could be an interesting nuke. I already have 10k 7-star shots. Nice. Congratulations. So release date for 7 stars? Nope. We just know it's meant to be some point early-ish in 2023. Will the next AW season start? Next AW season starts at 4th of July. Sorry, 4th of January. Why do you keep saying July? 4th of January. Not July. It's like, we will have AW.
Take my money.
Holy milkiness.
Holy milkiness, $3.
Well, holy milkiness has won. Okay. Holy milkiness. Not milky holiness, but holy milkiness. Okay, fine. So that puts holy milkiness at 5. I assume that holy milkiness is the same as holy cow here. 138 votes. Hey. Hey, if I have 138 votes in a stupid, meaningless troll poll, do I have 138 likes? No, I have 37 fucking likes. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? Why it is so goddamn hard to hit that like button? 138 people voted in an absolutely meaningless, pointless poll. 138. That's more than the current viewership of the stream. And you can't tap that like button. You fucking assholes. Talk about dicks. To every single human who has voted in that poll, but has yet to tap that like button.
How would you like to suck my balls?
If we're going next year's event, what do you think about the next year's event? James, I guess you're not an active player. No, it's 4th of January. 4th of January. What new Alliance War season? Shame on you. This is one of those moments when I can wholeheartedly and openly say I feel absolutely failed by my viewers. Feel absolutely failed by my viewers. Alright, I needed to add another $3 to the secret fund now. Let's see what we can get it up to. My secretive fund. Again, I will reveal what's happening with it soon enough, but for now it's secret. I will need, however, as much help as I can get with that. Silver Cosmic for my Abyss CGR, happy and all new. Okay. Herc's the best champion in the game. Go Herc. I liked. Well, I'm not. If you liked, then I'm not mean to you. I said specifically to all of the people who voted in the poll but didn't like the stream. So do not conflate that. I was very specific in my insults. Can you keep to relic to Herc? I'm not sure. If you, I don't know from the top of my head. There's always like a list of champions you can equip to, so you know, I don't remember it. Alrighty then. We need the BGs to come back and then we're gonna be happier. Where are the BGs? Oh, not an active player? Oh, that? Yeah, I mean, clearly you're not, if you're not getting your rank 4s as fast as everybody else is. Just saying. That's a Quicksilver, just pulled him. Trash. And I'm not salty about the fact that I don't have a Quicksilver. No BGs forever, only arena. Please no. Please no. Quadruple down what's been reported. At least you care. Not like these assholes who can vote in a poll and don't touch the like dislike button. I'm sorry. Was anyway such stupid idea to actually run off strip. And it's not a stupid idea in the sense that it was the ideological predecessor to the stores, because before Kabam started making stores, this is one of the most popular events ever, so I did kind of like it. I do think that when they introduced this much extra scrap to people who open the banquet crystals, it is stupid. When 6 hours and got Iron Patriot 2 times, Groot Rhino. Oof, that sounds completely awful. Yeah, my day would be ruined too. That sounds trash. That sounds very trash. I can understand that. That sounds like one of those grab a blanket, assume a fetal position in the corner of the room, and you know, just wait it out. 6 stars are so expensive to rank and level up. 7 stars are going to absurdly expensive. Yes, I agree. More than likely, yeah. God, just only imagine how much ISO they will need. It's probably gonna be brutal. But do the star levels make a difference? They're more potent abilities. Yeah, it definitely does yet again showcase Kabam's lack of foresight, I would say. To increase the amount of ISO we get for duping 5 and 6 stars. Completely agree with that, Rancho. Yes. Oh yeah. Well, pulling OG Avengers, I mean, there are a couple that are decent now. I'm just saying, you know, pulling a 7-star Hawkeye wouldn't like be an end of the world. Hawkeye is quite okay now. But yeah, I know what you mean. Initial 7 stars are probably gonna be trash. 39 Patriot Beard, I was so mad I punched the wall and now my hand hurts. Good old wall punching. I'm glad I grew out of it. When I used to do it when I was a teen. And yeah, I'm very happy that I grew out of it. 7-star OG Tor Max Sig, let's go. Oh yeah, that would be quite sexy. Max Sig OG Tor would be quite nice as a 7-star, I think. The damage. No, Garland does not need the dupe to be good. I mean, you do want to get him duped, don't get me wrong, but even unduped, he's good. How meta will be going in BGs in a cosmic armor? I know, we'll see. I mean, I don't see the future. Like, I think he was already getting quite popular before the buff, so obviously after the buff, pending, you know, he's compatible with the nodes, I do think we can see him around more and more, but, you know, it's like, I don't know what to tell you there, lad. Strong forward my Sig 400, yeah, of course. No, I don't think they're gonna go up 400. I hope they don't. Strong forward your Venom, interesting. Quite like Venom then, I assume, eh? Okay, let's clap this Joe boy. All YouTubers see the future. It's in the bylaws. Yeah, of course. Because it is. Alright, look at that. My Lion's Mate rank 4 OG Deadpool. Yeah. Yep. I know about the rank 4 OG Deadpool case. I'm kind of goopy. What do you mean? Opened my Nexus and there was a champ named Hercules. He looked cool, but I went to Superior Iron Man. That's just stupid. That's called self-sabotage. If you had choice to rank 5 as 6-star, who would you choose? I think probably Herc at the moment. If I'm being like reasonable and rational. If I'm going for which champion I think is, you know, my favorite and I enjoy most right now. Imagine a rank 5 6-star Juggy boy. Oof. Such filthy happiness. Okay, that's me. Yeah. Okay, there you go. I can see Sig 300. They go up to rank 6. No. That's not gonna happen. Don't see any content for 7 stars. I mean, eventually we will. There's 7 star don't have any 6 stones requirement. Just do. Nah, that's not gonna be the case. Kuban would lose a lot of money if that was the case, and they won't. The big jugs, yeah. Imagine having the big jugs. Imagine having the biggest jugs in the game. It's such a good feeling. You quite literally walk around the entire game saying like, "I'm the juggernaut, bitch." Do you have any tier 6 formed already? Yeah, I do have, I think, 2 formed. Do you need like 3 to rank up something? Recently I discovered how much I like these emojis. Yeah, Juggy emoji is quite cool. I like that. Should probably replace a couple more. Okay, look at that. We got another 30 units here. Profit. It's called profit, boys. And now we can get some profit here. Purple sensor board. Oh yeah, the border thing is just disgusting. I think it looks absolutely appalling. It looks like it doesn't belong in this game. It looks like it's from fucking Angry Birds or something. Whoever did design it just did an absolutely atrocious job, in my opinion. I think it looks extremely shit. It genuinely looks like it's from some sort of Candy Crush or Angry Birds or some crap like that. Low KP, the Kingpin Desmond looks so stupid. Yeah, he does look very stupid. The Deadpool sig is higher than he's my top champ. Alright. With the green sprinkles, yeah, it just looks weird. Again, some Candy Crush crap. It's like the whole purple with the green sprinkled things, like reminds me of like Barney the dinosaur or something. Hey Barnabas. You know, you're gonna think that every single one of your 7-star champions is a bit slow because of it. It's a bit simple, so to say. Open a graded bunker crystal. I may, or I may not. Who knows? Maybe. I did open graded bunker crystal this morning. That we got from the accolades event. This is some weird. Yeah, well, sometimes it happens. Can't be helped. Top 3 buffs for all. Why not? Kingpin, Jugs, and Storm. Storm's definitely not up there. Storm's nowhere close to up there. There are like 15 to 20 to 25 buffs before you even start talking about Storm. I think Kingpin is a definite. Jugs is up there as well. Big fat walrus. It was Barney the dinosaur, by the way. Just saying. Diablo is up there, I think, as well. Yeah, Diablo is a very solid one. Hood is great. Bishop. Bishop, Ultron, Diablo. Mr. Fantastic. But I think those are kind of like the main ones. Obviously the Magneto, Falcon. So I don't know, my top 3 I guess would be Kingpin, Bishop, and Jugs maybe. But then there's also a ton of ones for ton of them for like, yeah, Mr. Fantastic, Ultron, Diablo, King Groot, Hood. Oh, Joe Fixit one's great. Falcon, so there's quite a lot. So yeah, no, Storm is nowhere near the best ones in my opinion. And that's fine if you disagree, but you know, to me Storm wouldn't make top 10 or even top 15. Magneto must be in top 3. Yeah, there you go. Magneto, yeah, ought to be up there. Diablo. Again, where do you think Penny is useful or unique or better as an attacker compared to Warlock or Ultron? It's a very odd question. I mean, Penny is much better than those, for instance, against kinetic transference. She basically ignores it. But you know, it just depends what abilities you kind of need. You went from the word, yeah. Magneto buff is definitely up there. Colossus, yeah, Colossus is definitely up there as well. I nobody mentioned all the visual bugs in the background. What visual bugs are we talking about? King Groot's also awesome. Yeah, there you go. What was Magneto buff? Magneto was basically a nobody before his buff. Magneto was about as valuable as Iron Patriot before his buff. So they completely built him up. If you had nerfed top 5 most OP champions, who would they be? They changed about the kit and numbers. Okay, these are not questions you ask somebody on the stream. These are fucking homework essay topics. Like, what the hell is wrong with like 5? So you're literally asking me on top of my head to, first of all, you know, go over 5 champions that I think are imbalanced. So that's one thing that I need to do. Mentally compile a list of 5 champions. Then somehow magically, as I am interacting with you, I need to figure out the exact tuning, you know, position that I would want them to be down and how to adjust them in order to still make them good but balanced. And you want me to do all of that like live, real time, in front of you, like immediately. It's like, fuck off. Who the fuck are you? Some sort of you know, fucking history teacher. Like, should have added, it's like, oh, please make your answer at least 300 words. Well, with no big font. It's like, Jesus Christ. Who the fuck do you expect be able to answer that question properly, truthfully, live to you on stream on the spot? It's like, how does your head work? It's like, oh, hey, Hanach, can you tell me your favorite 18 American presidents and tell me the 8 best things and 3 worst things that each of them have done? Go. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, tell me, like, I don't know, 7 of your favorite conflicts among the world. Let me know which, you know, countries and groups were involved, as well as how many casualties, the duration of these conflicts, and, you know, your most memorable moments of each of these world conflicts. Go. Like, who, like, how do you think? Or do you just type without it? Like, do you take out your brain, put it on a desk in a jar somewhere, and then start typing questions? Or, you know, alternatively, how the fuck does that head of yours work when you ask that stuff? Anyhow. So you can exercise for your brain. Yeah. My brain gets plenty of exercise. Don't you worry about that. Stop auto-hiding. Zandupe weekend worth rank 3. I would want to dupe my weekend before I rank him up. Really want a Weapon X? Well, best of luck to you. Yeah, tell me your 10 favorite mountains in Africa. And the reasons why. Sure, let's go. Oh crap, he still survives. Right, so anyhow, back to the topic. Where are my Battlegrounds rewards? That was great. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. What's your opinions on it? Like, don't ask me if you really don't want to know. I will. I love to weigh in on these type of topics, and the short version is we're all fucked. But regardless, economic and political state is nowhere near as bad as the social state and social fabric of the Western civilization. That's the most fucked thing in the world. Economy, you know, we can survive with slightly less. But when we lose morals and everything else, then we're fucked. Fucking crazies are running the asylum. It was a legit question when it was only 20 champions in games when they have like 3 abilities. Yeah, I mean, yeah, in that case, yeah, of course. But now we have 230 champions in the game and all of them have how many abilities? Should I rank 3 Gora CGR for Battlegrounds? CGR first, probably. Top 5 favorite moons of Jupiter. Of course, there you go. There we go. But I do genuinely think that loss of morality is extremely huge problem in the Western world. Big Western democracies, alleged democracies that, you know, like to pretend to be so gracious and, you know, try not to offend anybody, are just doing such an immoral things and presenting it as normal that it some of those things, when you go into detail, you know, can make you violently sick, like Canadians' healthcare policy with how many people are getting made and stuff like that. It's just evil, and it's ill, and it's sick, and it's twisted, and it's not right. It's just not right. And every person who's not completely morally bankrupt knows that it's not right. But it's cheaper, so, you know, government pushes it. So cold here, 21 degrees, that's -6 for non-Americans. Yeah, it's not that cold here at the moment, but it's still quite chilly. How many points do you think? I have no idea about points. I have zero idea. Please do not ask me ever again about points and scoring and stuff. I really don't know. I really am not that fast. I'm not gonna start compiling graphics and charts and things like that. Like, that's it. I'm not the person to ask. Other moral bunker people in your real life? Yeah, I do, unfortunately. Also, in our community, when you speak to some people here, no, but yeah, also in real life, definitely. Self-entitlement is all-time high. Self-victimization is all-time high. You know, refusing to take any sort of responsibility for your actions. Like, all of those things are becoming a norm. In a sense, and yeah. Obviously, you know, that's kind of like the flip side of the social media, where any local issue can become a global issue, and that's why you can engage with the most outrageous examples of this stuff on like Twitter and TV and stuff like that. But you know, okay, explain to me, genius, how the maid works then. Explain to me, genius, what is so good with assisted suicide for people who are, you know, and I'm not like, here's the thing, I'm not ultimately kind of like absolutist in a sense. You know, I am willing to accept moral compromises in the name of logic or progress and things like that. And, you know, I'm not, like with all cases, my position is always, or at the very least has always been, you know, somewhat moderate in all situations. And, you know, let's say euthanasia or MAID, how it's like described in Canada. You know, if you are terminally ill, you know, and things like that, I do agree that there is a very good argument, and I wouldn't bat an eye when, you know, terminally ill cancer patient can choose to end his life early or something like that. I'm not reading blogs. And I don't live in Canada. I don't need to be a moral professional. I don't need to be a killer to know that killing is bad, you idiot. Similar, it's like, you don't need to be, you know, I don't know, a thief to understand that stealing is bad. What kind of stupid logic is that? You don't need to live in Afghanistan to understand that fucking, you know, I don't know, that, robbing women of their rights and education is not a good thing. What kind of idiotic logic is that? People need to think fundamentally what it is. What is made? It's made, it's spelled a bit differently, but basically it's assisted suicide. And Canadians are making it more and more popular to a point where it's already representing quite significant percentage. I think it was about 5 or 6% of the total deaths among the, you know, specific regions of Canada. And again, this is obviously a heavy subject, and I am not like, again, absolutist in a sense that I don't think, you know, it shouldn't be done ever or something like that. I do, however, think it is quite unfair how do this. They basically kill you. You go there, you make an appointment, and they're gonna kill you. They're gonna inject medicine, you're gonna fall asleep and your heart stops or whatever else. And it is a service that's available to more and more people. Like, initially it only starts with, you know, terminally ill cancer patients that are suffering, which, you know, okay, we can agree. You know, you don't want people to be suffering when there's no chance of getting better. Oh, you have 0 nuance. I have plenty of nuance. That's why I'm talking. I'm literally at the moment going talking about nuance. So, and I'm not living in my opinion. I'm expressing my opinion. If you have a better one, you are free to engage me with it. You know, I don't think it's funny though. I'm not talking nuance. However, you know, the fact that it's literally available to, you know, relatively healthy people, people with, you know, but yeah, people with non-terminal conditions, people with treatable conditions should not have access to that type of service. But yeah, if you're that knowledgeable, enlighten us about nuance. Enlighten us why should, you know, functional relatively well, you know, of like, tell me how in a current situation where you can, I don't know, be going through depression and think that the world's meaningless, government should help you kill yourself. Introduce the new ones there. Someone's gonna spawn misinformation about my country and my professional. I'm not gonna levy my authority on this. Well, again, I'm not. Okay, how is it misinformation? Okay, is made available in your country? Yes. Is made available for other people than terminally ill people in your country? Yes. Is it becoming increasingly popular and, you know, wildly used? Yes, it is. What is the misinformation here? Tell me the misinformation.
Shut up and take my money.
NA £5.
You're a huge advocate for free speech. Does that opinion stop at speech? Everything stops somewhere. It's like, I'm a huge advocate for personal freedoms and personal responsibility. It doesn't mean that I think that you should be able to, for instance, go and, you know, commit murder. Like, so each topic here, it has nuance. I don't think, like, ultimately, okay, if you're talking about here, about ending yourself, for instance, if you want to do it, I think it's a very stupid thing to do, but you should be able to do it. But I don't think government should be involved in it. I don't think there should ever be allowed a business that makes a living from it, for instance. So, but yeah, where's the misinformation? I'm just telling you that you are wrong. What am I wrong about, though? What am I wrong about? What did I say that I was wrong, Brain? Because I did not read one blog. I do not engage in bad faith. I engage it. I'm willing to discuss it with you. Tell me, what am I wrong about? You're just spouting these stupid libertarian, you know, terms that mean nothing. Misinformation. Tell me what I'm wrong about. You can't tell me what I'm wrong about. Say I'm engaging in bad faith when I'm actively asking you to educate me and tell me where I'm wrong. That is, you know, opposite of bad faith. As far as I'm concerned. Is, again, you keep repeating yourself like a little monkey spreading misinformation. I'm asking you, what am I spreading that is wrong? I literally just conveyed basic facts. MAID exists in Canada. It is becoming more widely used. There are more and more groups of people that government is allowing access to this service, many of whom, in my personal opinion, should have no business offering themselves. Where is the misinformation here? You are welcome to explain it. Instead of repeating yourself 8 times that I'm saying misinformation, you can actually say what I'm misinforming people about. Instead of repeating the same things like, oh, it's not wrong, something like that, you can actually talk to me. Saying that MAID is available to... I'm not saying that it's available. I never said it's available to everyone. I said it's becoming more and more available to more groups of people. So now you're just lying about the things that I said. I have never said that MAID is available to everyone. So who's spreading the misinformation now? You're literally just lying about the things that I said because you have nothing to come back on. Obviously, it's not available to everybody. And you do need to get doctors to sign off. I think you need if I'm not mistaken, 2 doctors' notes, basically for 2 different doctors to sign off. There is like a 15-day cooldown period and stuff like that. Where are your sources? Like, you literally just lied about me. Like, I don't need source to tell you that a fact is a fact. Like, source, I don't know, watch fucking Canadian Parliament address. What do you care about how I know? If I tell you it's something that is truthful, I don't need to tell you a source where I figured out that 2 + 2 = 4. If something is truthful and factual, then it is truthful and factual and it is not misinformation. You literally just try to lie about what I said, and then you have the gall to demand some sort of sources about me when the only one established here lying is you. Because I have said nothing that's factually incorrect. There are obvious conditions. Not everybody can access mine. I have never said that everybody has access to it. But it is a fact that with every passing, you know, quarter, there are more and more people who have access to it. Any claim? What claim did I make? Which claim did I make? Tell me, what claim did I make? No, let me know the claim. Let me know the claim, and let me know how it was in bad faith. Quote me. Try and take me out of context, do whatever you want. I think you're the only one here acting in bad faith. I'm just talking about the things that, you know, I believe to be right or wrong. Oh yeah. So what have I said wrong? So you still haven't mentioned a single thing that I have been misinforming people, even though you have insisted like 4 times that, or 3 times you have literally wrote in this chat that I'm spreading misinformation. What? Tell me how am I spreading misinformation? Tell me, what did I say that's inaccurate or wrong? I mean, you can take all the time you need to Google shit and stuff like that, but, you know, tell me what have I said that's inaccurate. Are the maid stats increasing in your country quite drastically? As in, like, are more and more people effectively seeking that service and having access to that service? Are only terminally ill people, you know, the ones that have that access granted to them, or are there more and more different groups of people who have access to that? Yeah, of course he's not trying to debate. He's just trying to, you know, muddy the waters and spout basic, you know, things to discredit someone, hoping that somebody's gonna believe what they say. It's just terminal ill? No, it's not just terminal ill. I don't have to be a Canadian to discuss an issue. No more than you need to be, I don't know, Ukrainian to think that invading Ukraine is a bad thing. I'm not, again, you are making all these arguments out of authority. You don't have to be any of those things to talk about those things. Childlike. Again, and how is it childlike? Become wildly more available, which is completely, it is becoming more available. Okay, tell me, okay, so you are saying that I am wrong here. Prove me wrong. Tell me, explain to me, show me any article in a faith where government is gonna reduce the, you know, availability of maid to different groups of people. Where some people who could not have access to maid service, some people who could have access to maid service in 2022 will not have access to maid service in 2023, for instance. Because I don't need qualifications to be right. You don't need to be a mathematician by profession to tell you that 2 + 2 is 4. You need to be a literally expert to, you know, read a book. This is what you get when people pay, I don't know, thousands of dollars for a social studies degree or some shit like that. It's like, you don't need to be, you know, a medical professional, you know, to understand that some things are good and some things are not good. Like, oh, so you're telling me that nobody who's, like, you're telling me only Canadians can have an opinion about suicide and assisted suicide? Do you get my on Ukraine? I agree, Russia writing it. Well, there you go. I'm not a philosopher. I'm not pretending to be anything. I'm talking, expressing myself. There are things that I agree and there are things that I don't agree. It's like, yeah, I play games, but I at least have a brain of my own and I can have my own independent opinions with things that I do like and don't, with things that I support and things that I consider right or wrong. I don't need to be some sort of, like, I don't need, what would I need to do? You're a nurse? Good. Okay, I'm a nurse. Cool. Does that mean, so now, for instance, if you're a nurse and I'm a professional YouTube content creator, does that mean that you can never tell me that a video is good or bad or something in the game is correct or incorrect? No. But I'm the professional, right? I have the position of it. So what you're telling me, like, in the reverse is, so just because you are a nurse doesn't mean that nobody who isn't one doesn't have any right to weigh in on anything that you do or anything that's happening in your country in regards of healthcare. No, that's just stupid. It's like anyone can have opinion about anything. What matters is what they are saying, whether it is truthful, right, or wrong. I do agree that discussions like this often does have much more nuance, but, you know, fundamentally, when you break down majority of those things away, it does ultimately come down to right or wrong. And I do think that what Canadians are doing right now is extremely wrong. Exactly. Well... numbers do increase each year, but it's just... You are wrong on one thing. Third annual May report says that the numbers do increase each year, but it's just cancer, heart, respiratory, and neurological conditions. Average. I mean, averages, yeah, but again, there are outliers and more outrageous outliers. There are people right now, when you say majority of these things, for instance, but again, at the same time, people who do not have these conditions, people with diabetes, for instance, can have access to these, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to be misinforming everyone, therefore I'm not stating it as a fact. I believe it is something that I read, and I do know that there are more and more people of different groups with much younger age range who also are starting to have access to these treatments, including people in their 30s and 40s. And when you are talking about majorities, it's good and it's one thing, but there are outliers to that. It's kind of like, what's the best way to put it? Majority of people who contracted COVID were fine. Minority wasn't. Minority wasn't fine. But it was a very big fucking deal, wasn't it? Because that minority was large enough group for us to notice and care and for it to be a worldwide problem. So yeah, majority of the people that might have access to it, you know, again, those are debatable things there. There is nuance. And as I said, I'm not kind of like ultimate absolutist in these things. I do think that people do things that are wrong all the time, and some of them can make sense. Some of them I can reason and agree with. But what's happening in the world right now is way past that. In general, I don't think it's a good thing. I think when you are 75 and you do have a ton of health issues, you know, I still don't think it's right, but I can understand the argument for it. You know, I can have the discussion, but when it's happening to 30-year-olds, you know, and younger people, then we are, in completely different territory there. Man, just mad he pulled the glue today? Who knows? I'm not a nurse. I couldn't comment on whether he is mad or not, because only nurses are able, or nurses, or I don't know what, psychotherapists are allowed to comment whether somebody is mad. But yeah, I think what gets to me most is like these positions of authority. You don't live here, so you can't have an opinion. You can have an opinion. The entire point of us having access to as much information in the world is to give us ability to have opinions on virtually everything, or learn about more things and think about more things and be aware of more things. And I think it's just one of the most disgusting things in the world to say something like oh, you're not that, so you can't weigh in, or your opinion doesn't matter. No, inherently your opinion, doesn't matter. Inherently the content is what should matter. Whether the things that you say are truthful, whether the things that you say have or do not have merit. And opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one, that you don't need to show them to everybody. I agree to that, but at the same time, it is one of those things that I always enjoy discussing things that might be controversial, that ultimately do have some sort of root in morality, because I can honestly tell I try to live my life as morally as I can, but I fully well understand that I am not moral absolutist. I am very easily available, not easily available, but I am capable of sacrificing my morals at times for greater good, if that makes sense. Or stepping back from them. What's worse is the condescending tone from the get-go and zero willingness to have a civil argument. I hope that wasn't addressed to me. But what I wanted to say, it's like with many things, I do agree that nuance is extremely important. And there are a lot of controversial topics, again, which ultimately have only one correct moral answer. But I do think that because of nuance and because of specific conditions and because of the realities of life, exceptions to those rules are warranted. But that's exactly that. That should be the exception, not the norm, strictly speaking. Wayne made the point that there are cures that are worse than the death, and just because you can live in a state of extreme... Well, here is the problem, though. Once you do take that step back, living in a state of an extreme pain and stuff like that, a lot of that becomes subjective. Because now in Canada, it can also involve your, emotional suffering and things like that. And... believe it or not, guys, I live in pain every day. I genuinely do. I do need to take very strong prescription, painkillers every day for my back. Can't live without them. I can't go 2 days without them. I can't wash my dishes and stand in, one place without getting quite massive back pain. After every stream, I need to take at least 15 minutes, lay down or something like that. On a daily basis, I wear back brace, stuff like that, and I do live in pain. Does that mean I should have a right to kill myself? Fuck no, it doesn't. Absolutely not. And it's stupid if you think that it does, or should, under any type of conditions. And again, there is an argument to be made about living, you know, not your best life. But then it's like, does anybody really live their best life? And at which point, you know, first of all, who gets to decide when your life is bad now? You know, I don't know, I got into an accident. I got my, I don't know, left hand cut off. Is that good enough to go off myself? Because I'll never get it back. Or I have some other condition, you know, that I'm gonna have to live the rest of my life. When do you qualify? When you don't? When you start discussing things like that, it is already wrong. When you start discussing things like that, something has already gone wrong. Especially when you're talking about government getting involved in that. If you make a personal decision that the worth is not worth living in a certain condition, stuff like that, and you go do it, you know, I still probably will disagree. You know, typically, you know, when somebody does commit suicide, people are always kind of distraught and, you know, would have tried to help him or whatever else. But when you involve the government and something like that, you know, that's already a huge red line. And I don't think that any government ever should have the authority to do that to begin with, even if it would necessarily, you know, be justifiable. I think government and personal businesses should never be in, you know, killing other people like that. But right now, it's kind of on both in a sense, right? Because there's a personal individual, but government has to effectively give you a seal of approval to that. So I find a problem with that to begin with. Put aside the whole morality thing. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I know Slinger, what you mean. But, you know, it is a very complex discussion. It is a very interesting discussion. And I like having discussions like that. Because I'm not saying that I'm right. You know, I'm sure that there is a nurse somewhere in Canada that can, you know, present their point of view well enough to convince me that, you know, maybe it is not such a bad thing. Right? I am willing to accept that. I'm not saying that I'm right or correct at all times. I am saying that what I think and what I personally currently believe in. And that is that it's extremely wrong what's happening there. Did you miss my donation? I think I did, NA, but I'm going to check it out right now. I see that you donated a $5, so thank you very much, and I'm going to get your money here. Here, and we're gonna make this at 14. 1-4, and we're gonna get your $5. Thank you. Yeah, Corvus is still, I think, the best one for Legends run, yes. Yeah. And I want people to understand that, you know. I enjoy discussions and debates. What I don't enjoy is, you know, the thing that Wayne did, for instance. You're not a nurse, so you can't have an opinion, stop spreading misinformation. When, you know, as far as I'm... you are so arrogant, you don't reply except super chat. I do reply in my... I do reply... Out of all of the content creators, trust me, I do try my best to reply to as many of these things possible. However, obviously I have gone on a tangent. And that's a bit different, because I haven't replied to you or virtually anybody else. However, I do think that it is extremely unfair characterization, because I mainly go out of my way to read as many, if not every single message in my chat in vast majority of the cases. However, in a situation like this, where there is, you know, a bit more difficult debate, yeah, you know, you're goddamn fucking right, I will not reply to your comments, because if I did that, I would have zero opportunity to express my own opinion or thought. Also, when are BG fucking rewards dropping and you are calling me arrogant because of that fucking question? I don't fucking know, I don't work for Kabam. It has been asked 80-90 times in this stream. Is really that fucking question that you decided to call me arrogant on when are fucking BG rewards dropping? Ah, get fucked. Anyways, I do think, by the way, that it was an extremely unfair comment. Clearly got you. But yeah, no. Yeah, so, you know, it's quite unfortunate, because I think Wayne obviously does have a very intimate and unique perspective to tell us, which I would have loved to hear, but unfortunately Wayne couldn't get past the "you're an idiot, I'm a nerd, shut up and listen" type of situation. You don't even live in Canada. You can't have an opinion about suicide, because only Canadians can think about suicide or maid. Or what's happening here, you know what I mean? And it's always extremely unfortunate when a potentially interesting and intellectually enriching discussion is being kind of dragged down to, you know, 6-year-old level. It's like, man, you don't know shit, you don't live here, man, misinformation, report. I'm gonna tell on you to big YouTube bosses or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, people do what people like to do. I like to discuss, talk, debate things, you know, potentially, ultimately come up with a better picture on the situation myself and help others to do the same. Either way, that'll be it for today's stream. It was quite a different one, so my apologies if you did not enjoy it. It doesn't happen every day, but it's Kabam's fault, ultimately. There's nobody else to blame but Kabam, because if Battlegrounds were on, I would have never had time to discuss these things. So obviously, if you have an issue with today's stream, take it up with Kabam. And Gore buff date, I think it's February. I think February update is Gore buff, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, see you later. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next month.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?